as well, courtesy of some cinematic bits and pieces for you guys. We're tuning back in with George right now. We can see here that Jaws, Jojo, 169 players have returned to the lobby, probably feeling, I love that George is dressed up for the occasion as well, probably feeling
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Alright, it looks like that is working. Alright, shoot me an invite so I can put the draft up, Sam, when you get a chance. This computer's not working, I think. You want to start logging on more than one computer? Pull up OB.GG, make sure, double check names, pull up a lane opponent, make sure you have your lane opponent, so that we can call out second half bands. I got first half bands, been in chat for you. Unit North Center. Son was playing both games bot, so it's kind of disgusting to hit a level 10's one trick. What we're doing.
God, it must be awful to be a one trick and like, not even for the level 10 but the new because like it's gonna get banned every game. Like why?
He's got, you know, it probably puts him on something else.
Yeah, something else that he's not as good at.
Ion, how you feeling? Feeling the trip?
Very good.
Yeah. Alright. Remember, they've got not much of a support player. We're talking about 20 levels under Emma. That's their support.
Like
oh gosh.
You're like, oh my god.
I personally think even my ego is massive, but I think I would slaughter them.
Imagine 20 levels under you. How good were you when you were level 10?
I was not good at all.
What is wrong with you?
Are we in? Oh, you should be in.
Yeah.
The Google button's up, that means you get in. You just know your password.
God.
But it's not creating your team.
I don't. You're being mean today. Seriously. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Do you guys need to hug it out?
Yeah.
I approve of hugging it out. Alright, double check the OB.GG Sam against all 5.
Look at this thing.
Looks right. Endeavor, got your neck, Justin's Banana.
I played that like because I had a more defensive support.
It's Yoke is out. It's Yoke. They're not running their level.
Because they control. More support? Why did you play that?
Sticker in for the level 10. AI.
Or did you want top?
We need to know
No,
their
you just
stats.
wanted more support. No, don't do that.
AI.
No, but that's why we won. Because I could.
Yeah.
Also, I lost.
You just hit enter.
Can I get it? Yeah, I got it.
Click the blue button. Sona?
This is their mid laner.
Oh, this is a new mid laner?
Yeah. They're in LCS order. They're running Justin's Banana bot.
Okay, so that was their Smurfy mid laner before.
What is he?
He plays a lot of stuff.
35% win rate. Guy.
Yeah, he hasn't played though. But if you look at his like champs, he plays like a lot of stuff. And he's only level 58, so this is not his first account. No one plays this much and is only level 58. You know what I mean? He just hasn't played enough rank. And look like a different champ every game in rank, like it's not his primary
I
account.
am. Alright, looks pretty good.
So now the mid laner is pretty
We'll
good.
just like play different characters.
So how are we changing it?
So you show me the mid
Are we ready?
Hold up. We're not ready. We don't know what we're changing.
Give us a second since they got new players. Just look at the 5 mana VW team. Cut out the it's you. I mean, we keep the Nunu, we keep the Gnar, and we add what? Heck, Mao.
I kinda wanna pick away Mao because I wanna see if he's any good.
Sure. So Heck, so not the Mao, but Zaya.
That
By the
looks
way-
really good. Let's pick that.
Zaya's not on Justin, but okay. So Zaya instead of Sona. Zaya instead of Sona. We
He's
can
on the
go.
he's on the AC.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, that's the AC.
Justin's running support.
Yeah, Justin support big major losers ADC.
Okay.
This guy.
We'll go. What we got? Everybody's headphones working. Everybody good?
So Newton or Zaya?
Yeah.
News are Zaya. Listen. Tell them we're ready. We'll go when they're ready. Pull up the team spreadsheet. Pull up the team spreadsheet. Sometimes you have champs and I want to cheat sheet.
It's okay. We'll play later.
Once again, a woman's left unsatisfied.
Shut the mouth.
The rain still does. Gives you a look. He's not like a ranged minion.
Aww.
Fine. I'll be over here, sharpening my feathers.
No Mumu. Could be looking at Alistar. Could be looking at Blitz. Well, short chance of mastery.
Cool ball.
I mean, usually we want to grab the one.
I just like it when
Mal?
my favorite gets
Let's grab Maokai. Maokai's contested. We'll grab Maokai. the mid laner's probably not gonna have Silas, although we could ban Silas here. Alright.
I don't think it's even that much.
Who's in the jungle? Let's see.
If he gets
It could be Mundo jungle.
Your judgment is clouded. Seek clarity.
Does that new mid laner play anything? Aside? Alright, let's hit Swain. Silas does what he does. It's main counter.
You can't cage me for long.
Do we think that the jungler is Mundo? Is the jungler Mundo? Samu? You think it's not Mundo? Alright, let's see. Oh, no, sure. No, it's Lily. Lily.
Alternative.
Yes. It requires. He's starting.
Is something from me?
Yeah, he does. He really does. I fully swear to you. Okay.
Yeah, because you go.
I can take Bill. Oh my god. If you build the Andrews. Yes. Yes. You can do it. They're a mishmash. It looks like we need Neil. I would go Braum's great here against 3. Let's look at Braum or not. Not me for now. Let's not take over what's up here.
No, it's
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's guys.
This guy.
Yeah. They've been running ADC for Corpus. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so this is not as bad a lane. Make sure you guys have enough to stay alive, sustain. Yeah. It's not being like Karma. Yeah. So, it's a little tricky, but you guys want to let the wave come in, even though you're Trist. Remember, when there's 2 low health minions, you want to hit the second one so that the explosion kills the lowest health one. You're against Yasuo. It's not a bad matchup. Your Q goes through his wind wall. Your E does not. Jackson to Mundo should be okay. You outscale eventually. Where's Ram gonna go? Kinda hard to tell. Not mid, because that guy's not gonna carry. He's gonna go top or bot. I don't know where. One could go mid. Yeah, but they put their weakest player there. Even with gold, that guy's not gonna do it. Yeah, but people aren't thinking about that much. They're just gonna go if there's a good game. Maybe. So it's kind of Yasuo doesn't have a ton of setup either. Yeah, but he does do damage. He gets in, he does damage, Rammus has setup. It's definitely a viable position. Sam, tell your team where you're going. I'm gonna cast. I'm going bot side. Lindo's garbage city. Need a leash? All right, guys, welcome to the match. It is Monticello High School versus Justice High School, playing a best of 3 here. We've got an interesting draft. We picked Swain, thinking that it might be a mid Galio, and they outdrafted us by rotating that Galio to bot to support. Well played on that count. Hold on, I realize you guys can't see the draft. How do I get you guys to see the draft? Because I'd love to be able to talk about the draft. All right. I think I've got it. So here's the draft. We've got a Jax into Mundo. Mundo was given the counter pick, and he's pretty decent into Jax. Jax should not be able to get a whole lot done early, and Mundo does get super tanky. So it's going to be a little bit tricky for Ben piloting that Jax on top side. Sam on Maokai, a premium champ, super contested in previous patches, has been really strong. Did get hit with the nerf bat, so maybe not quite as strong on the current patch. We'll have to see how he holds up against this Rammus jungler for Justice League. We've got Yasuo versus Swain in the mid lane. Again, pretty volatile. There's a lot of melee champions, 4 melees for Justice. I will say that Swain can take over a game with melees like that because Rammus and Galio and Mundo are not high damage threats. And they really need... Swain is much more vulnerable against a burst champion who can kind of all in really, really rapidly. So there's a chance that because they are melees, it'll be difficult for them to take advantage. They do have a nice combination with the Galio in the bot lane. We picked a Braum support, which I actually think is pretty terrible. Braum support, you really want to be able to combat a lot of ranged abilities to keep your champion safe. It is good against melees in the sense that he can slow and stun and peel. But I don't know that Braum was the right pick here. It's even possible that we needed some sort of Janna or Enchanter support that would be better able to keep Ion safe. In the final slot, we have Trist, who is his go-to #1 ADC into Caitlyn. Caitlyn is a ranged mage. Well played, Caitlyn will abuse Trist early, but Trist eventually scales up and is able to do significant damage. So, interesting match. Have to see how it goes. I kind of like bits and pieces of the draft on both teams. It definitely feels like a pretty good draft by Justice League. Yasuo, Caitlyn, Galio. Yep. All right. Looks like the game freezes. Let me hop out and we'll restart the spectator and we'll go from there. Three people watching. It's a record, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we get in game. Neither side is really all that poised for an invade. I expect both teams to just 5 point. We'll throw the scoreboard up. Looking at summoners, Yasuo has Ignite, important to heal cut Swain when he's going for an all-in on bot side. Caitlyn took Exhaust. I'm not sure what that's for. It could be for the Jax. Jax is the kind of champ. Also potentially good against Ion's Tristana. Sounds okay to me. 5 point on both sides. Looks like Maokai is starting top side. Sam wants to influence this Tristana, Braum, Caitlyn, Galio lane. It's actually interesting. Caitlyn has more range, but Tristana actually has pretty good wave clear. So it's not 100% sure which way the wave will push. It's possible that we might have the push advantage, which makes for a little bit more difficult level 3 ganks when Sam's coming that way. Yep. Looks pretty good. Alright, we got both junglers starting on blue side. Traditional for red to start on that and move away. Sam's actually doing a little unconventional move by starting top side and pathing towards bot, but he really wants to influence that bot side, so it does make sense. Rammus finishes the first camp first. Sam's just a moment behind. Interesting. Looks like Bo is going for naked ease against Yasuo without popping the shield first. Gotta pop that shield first, otherwise there's no point. Looks like Justice is letting Monticello get the early push, which is good for us. Early push is always useful. It does mean that Sam's pathing is going to be not as good as it could have been, but here's the level 2. There's really not a whole lot to do with level 2 on Braum. Oh, Ben getting some good trades off with that Jax. Nicely done. Alright. Looks like both junglers are moving towards Raptors. Ion just took a huge chunk of damage. I'm not entirely sure why. You're not really trying to all in against this team. Just trying to farm. Ben's going all in with that Jax. Taking a little bit of minion aggro, but definitely has the health lead and the pot lead. He started with a refillable, which is going to give him a lot more effective HP than the other team. Got the wave under. Looks like he's going to stick around. He does need to worry because Rammus is obviously pathing bot to top, and he'll be looking for a gank in a few seconds, and the only real space to go for it is that top side. Here he comes. Let's see if he wraps around or goes the short way. He ends up going the short way. Ben makes it out with a very strange little flash, but the timing there was not great. He should know that that's like a popular gank timer and be careful about it. Meanwhile, Bo is really putting a lot of damage. What a great sidestep there. A lot of damage onto this Yasuo. Yasuo stays, but Sam's here for the counter gank. This is going to be really dangerous. Let's see what happens. Oh, he misses the E just barely. Here's a lot of pressure onto the Rammus, and the Rammus unfortunately goes down for first blood. Nice pathing. Sam understood that the bot gank just wasn't on. Helped out mid lane with the counter gank, knowing that Rammus was going to come top to bot. Well played, all. Well played. Alright, bot side. Looks like they're just farming. Doing just fine. Ion's got a slight farm lead. Sam did not help. I don't know what Bo's doing, but he did not help get the wave in as much as he would have liked. I'm hoping that Ion chooses to jam the wave here, although I guess it's a cannon wave. They're going to threaten the freeze instead. Alright, both junglers competing for top scuttle. I actually think Rammus might be too strong here. Sam is kind of sticking his neck out. I guess he does have flash, but he has not yet bought, and not having any items is going to make it really, really difficult for him to survive. He is doing his best to walk out, but it looks like he greeted too much. I don't know why he didn't reset after the kill. I'll have to go back and watch, but it's a huge mistake to sit out on the game as the jungler with that much gold. I'm sure he was looking for like a particular item or a particular buy, but you got the kill, Sam. You just got it back. Can't feed that kill back. Well played by Justice League to get that kill. Meanwhile, Bo's zoning in the mid lane, trying to keep Yasuo unable to get back to his wave. Really good aggressive play, and he's 6. I think we're going to see some sparks fly if this Yasuo cannot get back to lane. In the meanwhile, bot's going as expected. They're getting poked out by this Caitlyn. Strong ranged damage. Alright, Bo's got a 2v2. I actually think he's probably fine. Oh, pull them with the root. Stay in. Oh, and Bo gets nicked by... Oh, really, really close. Really close. Meanwhile, we've got an all-in on the bot side. Ion's dying, but I think they should have the kills. As long as Braum doesn't die, they're in good shape. Nicely done. Meanwhile, Jax sitting at 1 health. Not sure what happened topside, but that Mundo's really taking it to him. He probably has pots running. We can
check. No, he's all out of pots. Well played, Mundo. Big CS lead for Ben on the top side, so that's going well. But they're going to need to be a little careful. Meanwhile, Sam's farming up a storm. Got a couple kills. Got a blasting wand. Sitting pretty. Oh, Ben is walking back to lane. This is not a walk back to lane. He's lucky that the Mundo's pushing it back in for him. But if the Mundo takes a reset there, he just loses minions, loses the wave. Alright. Looking at the numbers, got some kills, mid lane jungler and ADC. Good start. A little bit of an item advantage bot side. Again, they really have to wait for a Sam to gank for them. They can't make it happen on their own. They're not expected to make it happen on their own. Mid lane got a big CS lead, but Yasuo did get that 1 kill earlier onto our jungler. So, anyone's game, still early at this point. 3K gold lead for MHS Mustangs. Rammus is looking at Drake, which I like. He didn't actually go for it, just went ahead and cleared wards, but I think that's a good thing to try and go for if he thinks he can kind of get in behind us and take it. Ion CSing pretty strong these days. Really good stuff. Really good. Galio looks for a little engaged. Doesn't really see too much, though. Alright. Sam is farming out the objective, getting Herald, while Ben on Jack's top side looks for a little bit of a trade onto the Mundo. I will say, I'm not even sure he's winning these trades. Like, it really looks like he is getting crushed. So I'm hopeful that he like slows down on these, you know, trades. Meanwhile, Rammus has snuck into the bot brush, trying to make a play. Maybe he got spotted out. Monticello doesn't take the bait. Meanwhile, Sam's trying to gank a Mundo with Maokai, which is terrible because Mundo has spell shields. He cannot be ganked. Why would you not come mid or bot? Bot has no wars on either team. Everybody's completely and totally blind. Stop bailing out your top side and go bot. And now it looks like Sam's decided to finish bailing him out. Alright, we got another all-in by the Galio. The Galio is really tanky. He's really just kind of allowed to do whatever he wants. Bo's playing nice. Alright. Looking alright. Items. Sam has his first item, Demonic Embrace. This item, I'll mouse over, burns enemies for max health for every second for 4 seconds. So it's a big chunk of money, chunk of damage. And it works really, really well with the Maokai saplings that he puts down. Sam has a lot of camps up. He's going to be farming for a little bit, but that is that's definitely an item spike where you want to try and create some action. Both building up a nice lead in that mid lane. Getting another plate. That's 2 of the 5 mid plates. Looking at champion gold, Bo is sitting on 4,300 while his lane opponent is only at 3,000. That's a big gold lead. He hasn't bought in a while, so it's not really coming through in terms of stats, but he does have a big lead. Alright, looks like Sam's calling for Drake. Ion is pushing out this bot wave in an attempt to get over to Drake as soon as possible. Looks good. They do not have any red trinkets yet. I'm not sure why we don't have a red trinket yet, but it's really important to grab a red trinket when you're going for objectives like this. They pick it up. Oh, we should just ult right here. This is an all-in moment. There it is. Comes across. Only gets the Braum. Only gets the... Alright. And Ion goes down, but is able to take the support with. And Sam goes for the tower dive, and it does look like it's enough. Meanwhile, Jax forces out the Mundo ult. Goes 3 for 1 for the low price of your ADC's life, able to get a lot of damage down and a lot of kills. Nice play, Monticello. Gold lead ballooning 5k right now as Ben is able to take his first plate up against that Mundo. I'm hoping he resets. I'm pretty sure he's got gold. Looking at 800, probably enough for Mythic. Sam drops Herald for solo Herald gold. Very, very greedy, but he's going to be very strong. He's the carry. Carry gets the gold. All right, Ion picks up his Mythic. Mythic plus boots, a little bit ahead of the Caitlyn, thanks to those kills. Mythic comes in for Bo mid lane. So Bo has not gotten solo kills on the Yasuo. He's built up a huge CS lead, but that's mostly due to kind of good laning and poking him out and getting him low. But Leandris is going to absolutely change the game. Like, there is no way that this Yasuo is going to be able to match. All right, here's a gank. Ram is coming in hot, lands the ult onto the Jack. Justice League making a big play onto the top side. Ben goes ahead and turns it, says, I'm stronger, can take the 2v1. Jax, very good sustained damage. Ends up being able to run the double kill, turning it. Great play, Ben. On top of that, Jax 2v1ing the opposing jungler and top laner. I think it was a good try by Justice League. That's the kind of move you want to make. Fundamental rule of League is that you want to take man-up fights, 2v1, 3v2. That was a 2v1. It was just that Ben was had gotten a little bit too strong just from good farming and the plate and the purchase, and he was able to turn it. I think it was a good macro play, though. Good decision making. Mid laner Kasai on this Yasuo was just staying just out of range. I know Ben's dying to try and get a hold of him, but he cannot land his abilities. He cannot get that kill. It looks like he's gonna get a little roam, maybe get a little deeper ward off. Gold lead is 7k. 7k. Ben taking a huge chunk. So, League is a snowball game. And Ben has also completed his mythic. He's looking at this Divine Sunder, but here we go on a bot play. Sam ulting in, going for the bot dive. Swain is there as well. They get one. They pick off the support. They're looking for more. Triss jumps in, gets number 2. They're juggling aggro. Braum has it. They get the 3. Can they get back out? Ooh, nice dive. Nice dive. 4v3. Juggling the tower aggro so one player doesn't take too much at any time. Really, really nice play by the Mustangs. Looks like bot lane is resetting. Ion picked up a couple kills there, and Swain on his item spike also able to pick up kills. Meanwhile, Sam's working on his next item, his mythic, looking for Radiant Virtue, new build. And it looks like we're swapping lanes so that we're sending our ADC to mid lane, although mid turret looks like it's nearly dead. Ben also looks like he picked up the top lane turret. I do not think that this Mundo can fight the Jax anymore. The Jax is just too strong, and there it is. Solo kill in the top side, nearly at the tier 2. Well played. Remember, this was a Jax blind. That means Ben has to play whatever the top laner can put against it, but he's still doing very well. 3-0. Huge. Meanwhile, Ion takes the turret, and I think they could have all in there, but maybe they're worried without Braum having ult. Alright. Not super happy with the lane assignment. Bo really slow to get to bot lane. No need to give turrets up when you're this far ahead. Meanwhile, Braum's running a giant flank on this bot side. Braum does have CC, but he's sitting on a ward and he can't really make it happen on his own. Looks like they're going to try and collapse onto this Yasuo. They know where he is. And the Yasuo just has not been able to collect enough gold. It is tough being a new player, playing against experienced players, Kasai, one of the newer or the less experienced players, less ranked games, has held his own really, really well against the Swain, but now has to face a Fed Tristana too. So it's going to be a difficult game. Second Drake to Monticello. Swain attempting to 1v3. We've got Sam coming in, but I'm not sure it's going to be in time. Looks like he picks off one. And very well dodged. Nicely done. It looks like they're able to pick up all three with Sam coming in for a little bit of extra help on the end. Heel cut, guys. Heel cut against Swain. Absolutely critical. Right now, the only form of heel cut they have is on the Rammus, and it's only when they're struck by an auto attack. So a champion, Jax, goes in for another solo kill. So a champion like Swain doesn't need the auto attack. He's a mage. He does primarily magic damage and damage through his spells. He doesn't really auto that often. So if Swain never autos the Rammus, he's going to have full healing from his ultimate, full healing from his runes, and he is going to be incredibly difficult to kill. So what should happen here? Someone's got to pick up heel cut. I'm not sure exactly who it is, but it's somebody. All right. The obvious macro play here is to go pick up Herald. 18 minutes. Herald despawns for Baron at 20 minutes, so they've got a minute and a half to pick up this second. Hopefully they'll make a beeline for it. At this point, they're up 13k. That's a very large lead. It's going to be very difficult for Justice to come back from a deficit this large. They've got to try and take man-up fights. They've got to try and finish items. They've got to try and 3v1 or 4v1. In terms of gold, top lane's ahead, almost 4k gold. We're talking about big items here. 2 items completed on most of the Monticello Mustangs champions. Not everybody on Justice has a single one. Here's a great play. They're working on this Jax again, taking turns dropping aggro. Can the Yasuo get the finish? Let's see. Yes, they get the shutdown. It looks like Ben overextended on his Jax. And Justice gets the kill. That's the kind of thing that you do to try and get back in a game. Disappointing, Monticello did not get that second Drake. The second Herald, I think that there's no reason to leave that objective on the table. All right, game's done, I can hear. I'm going to let this play out for the next 2 minutes, but I'm going to go talk with the team, get started on the next draft in just a minute. Thank you guys for listening. Stay tuned for game 2.
play its disengage.
Nocturne is a suicide.
What do you mean that's
engage.
historically? No, not you. Just
Korean
having
ADCs are
someone
going
else,
barrier
like
flash.
Fiora, or just like,
Do you know
that.
why?
I mean, not deals with
They just walk up and they trade
Or, like, if
super
there's, like,
hard
a
into the
crazy- I
barrier.
don't know. I can't think
They
of
just
it.
barrier level 1.
You know what I'm talking
not just like fun.
And it's on such a low cooldown that you're effectively getting like 200 to 300 health advantage. It's better than heal.
Are you recommending I go there?
No, but
I don't think
but
it's
that's
gonna
how
be
they're
good for
going
right
in.
now, because what's gonna happen is we're gonna destroy
I'm surprised it's attack speed and not
Yeah,
cooldown
it is,
for the
it's
ult.
bad.
E's your most important ability early.
I don't want to build
Hawk shot
Whoa.
across the map every time it's on cooldown. Because when Sam gets the information that the jungler's on Krugs, it optimizes what he's able to do. He knows to go mid, or he knows to go bot, or he knows
Yeah.
for Herald. So like the vision, Sam, you're gonna play with such a vision this game.
I'm gonna go fully validate.
What do you? That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you want a hawk shot diagonally across to the camp on the other. Sam, you agree? So
Yeah.
you're hawk shotting Gromp when you're red
Hawk shot
side,
across.
or you're hawk shotting Krugs.
Because it sees like river on one side and like the entire red side jungle, which means
Right.
that, like he's either gonna be in one river or the other jungle. And I generally know which side of the map he's on, like generally. And if I don't, that will generally tell me. Because it's unlikely that he's in the river over like someone's camp.
Right.
Okay.
So if you just keep, and you gotta mini map it, right? You got a full length. I don't want these like shallow hawk shots. I want the whole map hawk shot on cooldown. And then in the mid game, we're gonna put Liz in the bot lane,
Yeah.
and you're gonna yell at Sam for ganks.
Okay.
And he's gotta come because your cooldown's like
Yeah.
60, 80. It's so low, and it is 3.
With Liz?
Ben's gonna split all game long.
With
Real
Liz,
hull breaker if you want. I don't care.
Yo, let's go.
Because like if you ult them, they're not gonna hurt me. Some of the little last cannons can come in one shot.
Oh, they're absolutely gonna evaporate. And then in the mid lane, Ashe is gonna make sure that Ion doesn't die. We can even run Sivir just for like an extreme wave clear.
Is that him good? If you're splitting?
Yeah,
Is Soulbreaker good right now?
it's like
That's fine.
Yeah.
If you split.
It hasn't been nerfed or buffed recently.
Yeah.
I mean, we
what?
can give you counter.
It's not like the item it was.
No,
before, like, it's built to every
No, I mean
team.
like you could last pick your
Literally
splitter.
split the entire game.
That way you choose between.
Because I think like Fiora, Jax, and Field are all really strong.
Yeah, they are all really strong right now.
Yeah. It is.
Although I will say, if
If you're
you
the
last
best.
pick, you're probably not gonna get Jax.
I don't think I'll get Fiora either.
So then why don't we pick you in the 3? We'll save counter. We'll save Liz for last pick.
I don't think they're gonna. Okay.
They're not gonna ban it, right?
No.
So it should be fine. I guess yeah. Let me join.
Or your rankings. I wouldn't do well. Yeah, I gotta try it. Oh wow, you lost. At least 21.
All right,
But I
we're
can-
ready if they're ready. We can keep saying anything.
Great.
Do we need any adjustments in terms of bans?
My games are so much better. I was gaining 19 and losing like 12, and then they switched it. Now I like gain or lose 20 and gain like 24, which 24 is like a big number. But I haven't been playing anything there.
Oh no. Well, they're putting
But
in
it's
ranked
worse.
as
It's like
jungle.
less like
Yeah,
a.
I'm not gonna.
No. They're putting in ranked ADC. No, they're putting in.
No, no. It's really messy. You know.
I like knockout still.
Yeah, still works.
Yeah.
I didn't like you going after Mundo.
When
I think maybe Ben needed bailing out or something.
Nah, it was pretty terrible.
It was pretty terrible.
Ben was like the
But
only
like
game
bot
I was
side,
like, sure.
bot side
Yeah,
had
well,
no.
when he walked away, I think you were gonna continue the game.
Well, like, if you ask for a game, I'm gonna commit to the game. I'm not gonna halfway it.
Not
I'd rather
Mundo.
just never go if I'm gonna halfway it.
Malachi to Mundo is gonna be the worst game ever.
Rod is fantastic. Everyone feels Rod. They're not playing on here. Why not swim?
This isn't swing.
Oh,
Liz.
I mean, the number's pretty high. I don't know. I think almost I think like specifically this game, if you're all the damage, why would I need like?
No, because you're in solo AP. You still want damage.
I mean, Rod
but
is good.
True, but Rod, I don't see why it'd be bad. Also gives you more.
I mean,
it looks like a clear rock.
She doesn't really
right?
like the other mythics, so yeah.
She loves it Everfrost, but
no, she
Straight's
doesn't.
terrible.
She
Well,
doesn't
because
love
it's-
Everfrost. People just love
No, I agree.
engaging high elo.
Everfrost is low damage, and then she already has a ton of CC.
Just
Why does
doesn't
she need
want it.
more?
Because when you go in with Claw, you can't always land your W. But you can
Your
always
W.
land because you're not close enough. It's not long range.
Yeah, but people are bad and they don't respect Lysandre.
So at higher levels, everyone's always building Everfrost because you cannot get close enough to land your ring. So you Everfrost it into free ring.
True,
then
but I
ult.
think you can usually like slow them with your Q. It has pretty good range. It's like the same as Everfrost as long as you hit like.
Q, no, we're not talking about lane. We're talking about I don't know. I don't hate it though. I think it looks like Rod to me.
No, I agree. Just in a team fight, like no one's paying attention to Lysandre, the claw, like animation.
In a claw in a team fight,
Yeah.
maybe.
I feel like you just go in and they explode.
Alright, so Hawk Shot, you're gonna ult all the time. Just like your ult has no cooldown.
I didn't really care.
What's the actual
No, I'm just curious.
Like 20 seconds or
So you
something?
just like look.
Late game it can be like 30. But when you are in base with ult, you're gonna fire it down mid lane. Call it
Yeah, you
fire
went- you did go to that.
because when you walk to bot lane, it's gonna take 23 seconds.
I see what you're saying.
So like it's gonna come off. You're not gonna have that cooldown for long, plus the ultimate hunter, plus this and that. So I will take a 30% shot of hitting an arrow mid lane that is a guaranteed 100% kill, minus the 20-second off cooldown you're gonna get walking back to lane. So
Yeah.
every single time your ult's on cooldown, you can call for
That's
Sam.
also a challenge.
Sam, I got ult, bring knock. It's time. Every time. Sam is probably ignoring top and bouncing mid bot, ganking whoever's got a CC. Sam, what's your itemization?
Probably Duskblade or Ravenous first.
And then
Those two, and then probably like.
I know it's a horrible item, but the cooldown refunding one, we are gonna give you lots of opportunities to use your
I
ult.
hate that item.
Can you build it 3? I know it's terrible.
It's only good first item. It's only good
Oh?
first item. Because late game he has no cooldown as ult, so I don't know why you would build it.
Okay, then forget it.
Late game, it's only a good early item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in lane, you're just gonna throw W's, and then try and get your.
Isn't he off the cooldown, right?
Yeah. E every cooldown, R if it should be burned in a hole in your pocket if it takes longer than 20 seconds to find a way to use that hole. You want to ult, you playmate.
Like
You want a W,
it's good first
get
item.
3
You
autos
can
off,
build it
run
first
away.
item.
Hopefully they have a melee support. If they have a melee
Yeah.
support,
But
Ash
they
is
just-
pretty
like the
good.
only guy who built
You're
it.
squishy, they get on you, you die. That's pretty standard.
Also, this is
Wouldn't that be what Gallia would
I feel like that's
do?
a
If they pick Gallia again?
So that Gallia wasn't very good, right?
Ash.
You really think?
Like, it
What?
has
I don't know.
He like dashed around. I didn't ever see him land stun
Yeah, that's
on
what I thought.
land taunt
He gives
on
a
Ion.
25 ability.
Because we
I
never
know
went
level
in.
3.
Or well, are you
Right.
talking about when we ganked?
Like ever. Like he didn't do anything
Yeah,
the whole
I
time.
see what you're
I
saying.
know, but
So, like,
So it's more of the fact that Ash was like garbage.
He tried to hit you.
So like
On Braum.
you're gonna build the
He wasn't able to do a whole lot. I don't know that he'll be able to do a whole lot against Ash, except Ash is going to deal damage to him.
You'll heal cut.
Yeah.
And you'll-
Like what does he
you'll
take
get
level
Ash,
1? Q?
Right? What are you
Yeah,
gonna
he
do?
did good.
The only
Did he
thing
go
that
Q? I think he
Ash
did.
was-
So if he Qs, you just
So you look at all the CR items. like,
once
Walk
he's
past
done
it.
it, you just walk up and W him and auto it 3 times and use the brush if you
On
can.
top of
And,
getting lethality, you can W that.
you know,
And the whole.
you should have the push advantage because you're Trist
Yeah,
Ash
imagine
or
you use it twice.
Zipper Ash. You guys should have
Yeah,
an easy
you-
push advantage. You should be able to.
It kind of
Ash doesn't have a great all in level 2 because it's Hawk Shot for level 2 most of the time. But
Like,
Um,
just popping up.
Ion, when he lands a W,
Yeah, but this item's like.
you go for a Q.
Yeah.
When he slows him, you try and get both halves of the boomerang. Don't throw your Q
It's just not.
unless he lands a slow. But Ash's slow is like really easy
And
to
I
land.
agree, but, like, I don't think-
Yeah, it's very
It's a million. It's so big and like 1,400 units. It's just too much.
like that.
And we're gonna work. I think it's worth working on because I don't think it's hard, and I think you'll have fun, and you'll have a lot of impact in the game. And the vision is also the right kind of champ for
When you go on
Sam.
ability haste,
And in an ideal world,
I think it's
I would
better
have
than Axe.
Ion on it
a lot better than Axe.
as well. Because again, when you have a master level jungler, the vision is just incredible, and we sometimes lack initiation, and the arrow is incredible, and yet.
Then
But
you
the
also
problem
don't
is,
matter.
we're gonna sink a lot of gold into Ion, and he's just gonna die in team fights. Because Ash is not easy to navigate as a totally immobile ADC. But I can have him at support because if you die, I'm not losing my 12,000 gold sunk into the ADC. I'm losing my 7,000 gold
His
sunk into the
passive looks
support.
good.
I see what you're
Last
saying,
passive
yeah.
was unimpressive. It's hard to like. It's good if you're winning.
like
thing is,
that's
it's
why
like
you
you
just be like,
surprise
forget it.
people.
This is
The damage
Jackson
is like
free. This
absurd,
guy
bro.
couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
So
it's also just like a better
when
like
you beat somebody blind,
you're way
as
stronger,
like the
they
coach and the
Yeah,
drafter,
but it's not like he
it
is
is like bad for me to make you go second half and let them face it. They can't
Yeah,
handle
but I
your
feel like
jacks.
that's like the least
I
I
should
can
force
do,
them to
where
handle
it's
your
like
jacks
it's just
until
so
they show
absurd
themselves
that
that they can beat them.
surprisingly you don't
I
know.
played for a
But, like,
team
it's not
that
bad.
like
They
8-1
still
on
take a
big,
fight that they should.
dumpstered them,
Prowlers who have
and then they let
Prowlers?
it go back half and it got me underway. And like
it's not that
I was like,
good.
dude, I took that blind and you can't match
Are you
me.
kidding me? You see once he gets to
But yeah, that, it's the right plan. If you in the front straight, put you on jacks,
Yeah,
you wanted to get.
that's
That's more because like
should we start?
Yeah.
Because when
Are we ready? Are we ready?
I don't know.
he said ready.
He says the forfeit. He says forfeit.
Say we good?
Minutes. Yeah, what did that?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to look
Does that mean minute?
Hopefully.
Knock has a very, very good kid. We're trying to minimize
Okay, I'm
his
sorry.
weaknesses.
Okay, we can start. No. Bro.
They can dodge and we can restart.
Once again, a woman's left unsatisfied.
It's okay. We'll play later.
Probably gonna. We're 1, 2, 3.
Let me get in there. Shut me up.
No, Sivir. Yeah, we're going Sivir. Sorry. The Ash I'll hold. We can either take the Ash 3 or take the back half. Okay. Alright, let's go. Ash Jax in 1, 2. Now, God. It's some respect.
Fine. I'll stay over here. Sharpening my feathers.
It's so
Back half, we're looking for ADC bands. Kate. Kate out. No,
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
not with Lilia. I mean, probably not with Lilia. I'm not going to rule it out, but I'm betting ADC. Sure, yeah, we're tired today. We should be taking this game very seriously.
You can't cage me for long.
Let's go. should poke and get them low and have a lead prior to 6, but you are still gonna have to worry about 6. Especially you. Because Simmer has a spell shield. So you are vulnerable. You get nailed with Q, you're dead. They're all Q.
What are you doing?
I haven't watched Emma yet. Let me. You guys can. I don't think you need me for draft. We know the whole thing. Good CS. Good ward. All right. There's no one here. Cue that wave. Good. Good. The cannon. Alright. Okay, where's your opponent?
Probably was my
What is happening?
Alright, don't
I didn't think
go.
your personal space.
No, don't go. No. Stay hit. Alright, there he is. Get out of here. You gotta ult away. Yeah. Alright. Nicely done. That's his ult down. Hit B. You gotta reset. What you walking around for? We gotta reset, get our health, get our items. You got TP, so you can just TP right back to them. You don't have to miss anything.
You don't look time. No, it isn't.
TP. Stop moving. TP. F.
my brain just broke for a second.
We gotta work on these TPs, Emma.
I had it fine, and then my brain just straight up broke.
No way.
Need room pages, Ion?
We till next week, right?
I don't want to watch it.
I thought this week was the.
Click on your loop.
Because I thought this week I have, but the next week. Yeah, well, last weekend was like the.
What happened to this chip?
We have to
get orange or
that's
blue?
orange.
Orange.
What is this guy's feelings?
Broke over there.
Yeah, they had
Somebody
trouble
respond to
lobby one of their players.
Why did you say yes?
I forget. Why did he question mark?
We didn't think it yet.
Yeah. Bro, I gotta let this kid know he's not. I just think he's slow. What's school? Not a real.
Any good skins?
No. I mean, I don't play. I have that one.
They don't have ones you have.
Well, this school gives me.
Oh, you've got those ones
Yeah.
too. This school.
And I don't play Pike, I don't play Diego, I don't play. Oh, I do. I play Custom.
Right. What about the Mount guys?
That one's good.
That's
I already have six.
The cat one's good.
The Ashen one's way better. I can like jump around.
Who's third?
That's Evelyn.
Oh.
And then like,
This is.
and I have skills for all the characters. This one's really good.
Is that a Blitz?
No, it's Gragas.
Look at.
That's a really good
Oh.
skin.
Oh yeah. All right, tell them we're ready. Oh, they're telling us when they're ready.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, are they getting a new champ, new person, or no?
I think
It's just their computers.
Yeah, their guy just crashed. So.
They play on school.
Do you want me to play for them?
We play on school. Yeah, but like, I think they need school
Yeah.
computers.
Do you really think that?
Good try. You gotta just worry about the all-in. When he all-ins, he's dangerous. There's topside
Are
fight.
you joking? Why
Go.
why add the question mark?
Let's get this camp and go top.
It's like he's questioning. Like,
All right, we're going. Top.
I get
See,
it.
click up there. We can see what it looks like. Get your camera. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him no.
Looks bad.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to.
Yeah, the GP
What if I
got
just-
low. But
That tends to happen with these team fights. People just straight up die.
hey, your wave clear is good. You've got backline with 1Q. Alright, trying. Alright, now just hang out here, wait for the Fizz. You know the Fizz is coming back. See if you can hit him with Charm when he comes back to lane. He's gonna come from top side. Maybe he reset? I guess he reset.
Heck no.
You're gonna take a turret shot. No. Before the minion dies. Alright, cue that wave. You just keep pushing, keep farming. You gotta wait until this minion gets in range, because you're not getting that last one. You wanna wait till they're
Okay,
all-
there's Fizz.
Yeah, let me see, because he's gonna try and kill you. We're running. Nice. Nice. B, you can't stay. B, you can't stay. That Warwick will kill you. He gets movement speed towards low health champions.
Okay, they're ready. Click the button.
He's coming for you. Don't. Stop. You don't have half your health. Go back and get your
Once again, a woman's left unsatisfied.
It's okay. We'll play later.
Seriously.
Shut up. Let me get in there.
Stay on him. Forward. Forward. You got
Fine. I'll stay over here. Sharpening my feathers.
I know he's got some kills and he's pretty strong, but if you can land your charm,
I wasn't sure when I could. After.
after he jumps. Alright, get ready to do the whole wave. Don't fire too early. Way too early. Alright, get on the charm. He doesn't use it. Use your ult. Go in. Oh, close. What about your Q? What are your other things? Get ready. Get back in on it. Use your ult. Oh, so close. So after you dash in, the Q, W, everything. Dash, drop your dragon. You save your Q and W after that first
I got him.
Yeah?
With the cue.
Alright.
It was so easy. It was by accident a little bit. I was like, huh, maybe I can get with this. And then he died.
Nice. Q does a lot of damage if you hit both sides and ignores on him. I guess you can push this one, get your Q off the whole way. There it is. There it is. Way. Oh man, you can't quite kill the back. W. Okay. Now keep running because you gotta
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
2,000 gold. You gotta spend. You can't stay on the map with 2,000 gold.
Do not confuse cowardice for wisdom.
Oh my gosh. Rhino.
No cure for fools.
On Ash. But it's just too easy, and we've got too much of the same. We've got Knot and a Boom.
You can't cage me for long.
Like, last game would have been great for an enchanter. Like, they had 4 melees, and like Jana or something would have been like really solid. Braum was as good as it gets for like a defensive melee, but this gives us just different moves. Last thing. Cast, swap, check your runes, check your masteries. Sam, what do you think about barrier Ash?
I hate it.
Oh,
Barrier's terrible.
have you seen it used
Yeah.
by Koreans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. ADC meta.
I hate barrier.
Some of these trades they take level 1 with barrier are just ridiculous. It is a huge amount of pressure. Exhaust? Do we want exhaust? Yeah, Samira, Amumu, Yone.
I don't think I'm igniting anybody.
Hopefully not, because you're probably dead if you
Unless-
are.
Unless Samir like went in on me, yeah. That'd be like.
So itemization, what's your itemization?
Imperial. I start
No.
with the
Yeah.
signal.
Start with the blackout.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah.
Umbral.
Yeah. Umbral, then mandate.
Oh my
Then heal
god.
power.
Bro, they should be forced to FF.
It's a utility build.
This is awful.
Did they dodge?
I'm going bad. I'm going. Okay, go. No, I go.
I'm sorry guys, there's nothing I can do.
Make sure they're ready.
Venom better be on his main account. Stupid Venom. Oh, Although we will not be fooled. He thinks on a smart. Alright, let's go.
He started.
Yeah.
Okay.
My team was terrible.
Yeah, there was a lot of dying.
No, because
Fizz got ahead. The work was huge.
Once again, a woman's left unsatisfied.
Did well.
it was like they were just
It's okay. I'll play later.
protecting girls or they just died. Oh, it was?
Shut the gun.
I'm quick another army.
Let me get in there.
Sounds good. When you ult in, you gotta throw your Q and your W in.
Fine. I'll be over here. Sharpening my feathers.
This is weird because of the jump. The jump is weird.
Once I figured that out, it was much easier.
No cure for fools. Do not confuse cowardice for wisdom.
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
You can't cage me for long.
Alright, guys. I'm back with the cast. Monticello versus Justice League Game 2. We've had some technical difficulties picking champs and making sure everything happens the way it's supposed to. But it looks like we are in. Everybody's picked. I'm not 100% sure about lanes, but I believe it is Fiora up against the Jax. They opened Fiora in the 1 spot. That is a very bold and aggressive pick. Jax, I believe, is a counter, but there's a little bit of a mind game involved in the Fiora's repost against Jax's spinning stun. We'll see who gets the better of that matchup. In the jungle, we have Nocturne, who is the king of the mid game. Once he gets to 6, he can get all over the map and create all sorts of havoc. Can be at any fight in a 1/10 of a second. A very dangerous mid game jungler. Suffers from team fight AoE. So he's not a great late game 5v5 fighter, but he's a very, very good early game and mid game jungler. Going up against a Moo, going up against Lilia. Lilia is an odd champ. Power farmer, scaler with a lot of CC, high damage. I kind of suspect they'll just ignore each other for large parts of the game and try and do their own thing. Lilia's going to be ganking top, trying to get the Fiora ahead. Lissandra is a bit difficult to gank, but it's possible that Lilia will be looking to try and get the Yone ahead. I'm unsure. Yone against Lissandra. This is a different player playing mid lane. Justin's mid lane, Bo. Different mid laner. So I don't think I realized that the support from last game was going mid lane. But that is going to be a much more difficult matchup. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good. And then we've got Samira Amumu, which is a big AoE Wombo level 6 all-in type team, against Sivir Ashe, which is a push-poke type bot lane. We're specifically running this comp to try and practice our 1-3-1 where we send Sivir and Ashe into the mid lane, Lysandra to the bot lane, and have Knock bounce back and forth, try and gank where you can. We'll see how it goes.
That doesn't make sense. First of all, yes, Brand is from Hollywood. No, he's not.
I think
Come on, man.
that the comp is good if we can learn how to execute on it a little bit better. I will say Justice's team is pretty good. They're running a big Wombo AoE fight team. The only one that doesn't really fit is the Fiora. Fiora is a splitter duelist. Excuse me. Not a big AoE threat, and though she can team fight, she's vulnerable to CC and would prefer to just sit in a side lane. So critical lane, this top lane, is the Fiora going to get ahead? Is the Jax going to get ahead? Who's going to outscale? Who? They're both excellent duelists. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna play harder? We've got 1 minute for delay, and then we will be back in the action. The stream looks beautiful. There you are, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you mean you will know it's a support? You have to be stupid to not know it's a support. I'm looking at the support and going back to my phone and typing them. Yeah, because maybe you think it's a top laner or a support, but you're trying different things. How would I know that for sure? Yeah, better. That way I have
I don't think we can do any cheese here. I'm not gonna pull away on Ashe.
No cheese.
Oh, that's too bad. Bro, oh my god. I'm not hating your stupid buff.
Don't complain when you get hit.
Don't be so trash. Don't be so trash.
I'm trying to pull it out. I'm just trying to be better.
I don't think 0 games is. The blade is so hot.
Good job.
Obey. Wow, this hero is really bad.
All right. This feels like a crashed game. Let's open up the task manager. Close it out. Go back into the game. And then try and spectate again. All the normal stuff we do to try and get this game running. Hopefully we'll see some characters load this time. All right, that's looking better. Looking at summoners. We have Ignite on Yone, pretty standard. TP on Fiora. Yeah, everything looks all right. And we immediately load into the game because of that delay. Let's scroll out a little bit, maybe here. And we are off to the races. Let's adjust the scoreboard. Perfect, perfect, looking good. Looks like a 5-point with Sam moving top to bot. Let's see how Bo does against this Yone. Good start so far with the auto in the queue. He did take electrocute and didn't proc it, which is not good, but okay. But the poke is pretty strong. Oh man, Really, really good by Bo. Getting all the CS. Alright, looking like a good start. Cameras up at the top side. Not much happening yet. No missing health of any significance on either of the top laners. Oh my gosh, a huge chunk taken by the Ashe. So this Ashe is a new thing for us. We haven't played it a lot before, but it does look like it's got some value. Lilia coming through for a mid gank. Let's see if Bo can dodge. Looks okay so far. I am not sure why we're playing so far back. There we go. Take that forward brush. 3 pushing lanes. This is intense for Justice League. It's always difficult as a jungler when 3 of your lanes are pushing. You have a lot of options in terms of what you want to gank, but something else is always going to have to give. I'm checking the electrocute proc. Bo needs a little bit of extra work on how to proc electrocute. I also want my bot lane to put more pressure on bot side when they're under the turret. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Throw some spells out. Oh, good Hail Blaze proc. Nicely done. Does not look like we've hawk shotted across the map yet. I'm hoping that that happens soon. But maybe I just missed it. Alright, got a decent CS lead. Bo looking for a big trade, drawing a gank. He's level 3 to level 4. This is not looking super great. Oh, and he lets himself get stunned. Flash away. Good flash out. Back, time to be and get some more health. Alright, a little bit of a skirmish bot side. There's the hawk shot. That illuminates the entire map. Slowly but surely, it finds that all of the top side is clear, but we'll give Sam information about where Lilia is. And we have an all-in, and it looks like it works, but I suspect that Ryan just cleans this up and gets the wave in. Meanwhile, Sam picks up a kill. Lilia actually in really good position for the counter gank. Unfortunately, the Fiora just too low, unable to make it stick. Sam stops the recall, which is good. Nice spacing to dodge everything. And we give up a free Dark Harvest stack to the Lilia, but otherwise it looks pretty good. Nicely played. The Ashe looking really strong with some armor pen already. Oh my gosh, it's forced a defensive boot purchase by Samira and double armor by the Amumu. Those are good purchases, but they're better when your opponent's not steamrolling. So I think it's still going to be a bit of a tricky lane. Ion shreds the wave, which is okay, but it's better if you do this when your support's here. Ion just commits suicide by moving out before his support's there. Ashe is just really hurting him, though. Oh my gosh, that crit, that damage. Come on, Bo, get the wave in. Hopefully, remember, Nocturne is a big level 6 champ, so he is not fully online until he hits level 6. And Ashe, also a monster level 6 champ, he is definitely going to cause a lot of trouble once they get their levels. In the meanwhile, it's a frozen, incredibly good frozen wave. Good wave clear, good ward kills. Really nice play by Ryan. I really like the potential for Ryan to get really big. Oh my gosh, an ult and a kill onto the Yone while he was dashed out into his ghost form. That is very difficult to do. He actually recalls out of that form after a certain number of seconds. So it's kind of dangerous to try and all-in him there, but they were able to make it happen. Lissandra, one of the easiest lanes to gank for because she has such a robust CC. Really feel like you're staying still for a long time. And Bo insta-kill to the Lilia. I am not sure what we're doing there on that one. Good gank by Sam, bad overstay by Bo. I think it's just a question of us getting a little bit overconfident. Like, Lilia does work, Samira does work. We aren't playing nobody champs. These guys, Justice has wins under their belt. They're a good team. We need to play a little more carefully. Nocturne ult halfway up. I haven't seen very many hawk shots, I will say. I want to hear that hawk shot sound. Ben taking a tower shot. Alright, Nocturne farms out, has ult up in a little bit. Uh-oh, Ashe eats a big ult. He's going down here, I suspect. Oh my gosh, an incredibly good disengage on the part of the Ashe. Well played, well played. Lissandra's here for a counter gank. Let's see what she can do. Come on, let's go. We're going in on the bot side of things. I didn't see the ult. Whoa, where's the ult? What are you doing? I don't know. Lissandra has an ult. It's a huge, huge CC and would have ensured an easy kill on either the Samira or the Amumu, but you cannot go bot side for nothing like that. Bo, use your ult. Use your ult. Thank you for using your ult. Oh, goodness. Sam comes in late. Just kills everybody. Not the cleanest. Not the cleanest. But the advantage of the Doctor. Doctor could just come from a million miles away and immediately evens up the odds. 4 for 0 by Monticello. A little bit sloppy, but they come out with the W on that fight. A nice roam by Bo, but very indecisive on who his ult target should be. It doesn't matter. You just got to take one down. You guys have plenty of damage. It's a double ADC comp. Plenty of damage on a double ADC comp. You just got to take out one. Things to talk about. I should be writing this down. 5k gold lead for Monticello. Pretty smooth sailing at this point. Looking at plates, we got 1 plate from the mid lane and 2 plates from the bot lane. Sivir Ashe is a monster push lane, so getting some gold from plates is definitely a viable strategy. Top lane, there's a little bit of a CS lead by the Jax, 20 CS. It's not huge though. But Jax has done a very smart thing, buying Bramble Vest for level 1. That's really gonna help stop Fiora from healing as large as she normally does. Lissandra ult almost up, Sivir ult up, Ashe ult up. I hope to see an Ashe arrow very soon. Very soon. I want this Ashe to go in. Nocturne should just rotate bot. You've got CC. You just need to move. Lissandra avoids the gank. Good snare. Drowsy. Flashes. I still think she's fine. She's still got her ult. And Yone burned. So, you know, Lissandra's burning a huge number of ults for her own. Nocturne's probably going to go bot to clean up. There it is. 2 kills. In the meantime, we use the arrow. Do we come out on top? It does not look like it. We go 1 for 1. I said 1 for 1, but it looks more like a 1 for 2. Well played, Samira. Well played, Samira. Justice getting some gold back on the bot side. I do like that Ashe fired the arrow. You gotta fire that arrow left and right. Meanwhile, Sam, objective focused as always, goes topside, take Herald. Jax, I don't believe Fiora has farmed a CS since the last time we checked the CS numbers. I think she had 40. I think she still has 40. That means that Jax is forcing a hard freeze that she cannot step up to approach the wave, and it continues to push against. Looks like she's dropping the cannon right now. This is fantastic wave management by Ben. Fantastic. Fiora is going to reset, unable to make any headway against the Jax. The counter to a play like this is to move mid to try and make a play mid. Or to try and make a play on the enemy jungler, or to call your jungler over to break the freeze. But you cannot, as a top laner, just sit there and leak farm like that. Gotta try and do something. Alright, we got some items finished on the Sivir and on the Ashe. I still think we have a lot of room for improvement. For example, Sivir's not firing her abilities and pushing the wave. Push the wave! Looks like we're looking mid. We're looking at the Lilia for a second. We didn't go for autos, which we should have. I think they're playing too scared. We're playing scared of the long lane. We're not playing scared of the long lane, guys. Get the wave in. Yeah, this is our first time trying a comp like this. It's going to take some work to get it right. Some good dodges. Nocturne's coming. All right, we all in here. This is a good spot. There it is. We get the one. We ult in to chase down. We've got two. We're looking for the third one. Lissandra's over the wall. And Lissandra picks up the last one. Really nice play by Sam. Moving back and forth. Creating havoc. I wish Lissandra would go top. Lissandra, get out of here. Good job. Bo is resetting, getting ready to TP back in. We're doing well. I'm casting on Twitch. So, Monticello moves up 8k, big leads across all the lanes. Sam is utterly taking over with this Duskblade Nocturne. He's got a huge shutdown, drops Herald bot, so they're able to clear that bot turret. Pokes a little bit, backs off. Got to reset, spend their gold. Looking at the gold totals, it's actually not that high. We've got 1,200 on basically everybody, Ashe, Sivir, and Nocturne. That should get Nocturne item 2. And it might get Ashe the next item as well. After this wave, I'm hoping that Lissandra goes bot. The whole point of running this is to go bot and run this particular comp. Meanwhile, Jax is just bullying this Fiora off the wave. This Fiora has not farmed. She is level 7 to his level 10. The level makes a huge difference in terms of gold. Huge. Bo, go bot lane. Get out of here. There you go. He's starting to move. No, I don't know what he's doing. He's slow to go bot. Oh my god, what is he doing? He's flanking the Yone. I don't know what he's doing. Get out of here and go bot lane. Fiora finally calls the jungler over. Are they able to get Ben? I don't know. He's got some lifesteal. He's able to turn it. Gets at least the one. Meanwhile, pick up Drake. Move in on the jungle side. Get some vision and get the kill. And Ben is able to 2v1 on the top side. At this point, I think the gold gap's getting out of control, ladies and gentlemen. Really strong play by Monticello, taking the objective, but also being aware of where the fight is, where the champs are. They ended up being 4v3 as Yone was pinned mid lane during the dragon fight. Couldn't rotate, had to pick up the wave, so they're able to get it clean. Bo is a bit stronger than the Yone. Not massively. It looks like they're looking for this bot push all the way. They should dive. This is diveable. They're taking the turret first. And now they're looking to all in. Samira going strong, unable to get them all. Sam has a huge gold lead. I hope he doesn't die here. Meanwhile, the ult comes out, takes out enemy mid laner. Yone been playing well, but the gold difference is pretty large at this point. We definitely have some things we can improve on, but I think this comp's worth working on. Hopefully, Monticello resets here. 1,700 on the Lissandra, 1,500 on the Nocturne, 1,600 on the Sivir. Definitely time to buy your second item. Oh my gosh, what an incredible cross-map arrow. Incredible cross-map arrow from the Ashe, fired out of base. Here's the thing, Ashe arrow is incredibly low cooldown. It's already a 44-second cooldown. It is only 20 seconds away from being up. So even though he fired that and got a kill with it, it's going to be up before anything else happens. What a fantastic shot by Ryan. MVP this game, first timing Ashe. Ult is up in like 8 seconds. They can continue to take fights. Ashe is doing some serious damage as well. The Ashe does build lethality and mandate, so there is a lot of, it's a secondary ADC, it does damage. All right, and the Ashe arrow is up. Let's fire it. Let's take a shot. Sivir, throw your Qs. Oh my gosh. Looks like disaster in the mid lane as my team overstays horribly. Ashe fires the arrow to no man's land, but it is no good. Sivir heals and runs away. She's got... And the flash takes her out. Well played, Justice League. Getting the kill back on that overextended mid lane. We will be watching some of this again after the game, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Ben gets angry, takes him out. Sam believes he can 3v1 in the mid lane. I don't know. All right. Ben comes to bail him out. I don't think he had 3v1 potential. Meanwhile, Bo is pushing bot side, picking up the turret. All right, guys, I'm going to talk to the team. They finish this up in the next couple minutes, but thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the last bit of the game.
The comp. Comp's really good. The comp was
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
It's a good 5-main comp. Yeah. If you cut the Ashe, if you cut, you're able to run the top, as well as the ground you what this does. Go bot lane.
Yeah.
Double kill. Red team triple kill. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. 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 Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
No, don't be results oriented. The play here is a movement if you have the ult. If you have the ult, hold on, let's just watch. So you take a stun, which is fine. Now you dodge.
A summoner has disconnected.
I mean, ult was up. I was kind of trying to time
Yeah,
it.
I didn't know your ult was down. You should have waited.
I was saying that it was down, but they were leaving, so we had to do something with
I
that.
think it was fine. And then the end of this gets weirder, but it's okay.
These are, I don't
So
know.
we are trying to jam the wave. Sam picks up mid. Now your ult's up. Like you can look, right?
I don't have E right
And we
now.
know Yone is coming.
But it's like, I mean, but
So
yeah,
we
Sam's
go-
calling out units coming, so we're backing up, and I know they're about to get ult here. Like, it's kind of.
Yeah, but this blow up is like, why aren't you like ulting him?
Because he's in his E form. I don't know.
He doesn't die under turret.
No, he's not right here. I ult when he's under turret.
That's good. That was a
Yeah.
good chain. was Ashel.
I was kind of thinking that he was gonna go under turrets. I was just waiting for that to happen.
Ashel into Lissel is pretty good. Yeah.
See, he does. And then we did.
Sam
Then we go
just-
in. Yeah.
I mean, this was a disgusting game for Sam. Just
Yeah.
gross. Like on every front for sure.
And it wasn't even that good of a comp, like enemy team comp. So like they only had like one real squish.
So we're looking at Ion's POV right now. So we kill, and then there's a Drake. Right here.
Wow, you're really good. I just get it off of these steps.
Alright, so this boat is where you go bot.
After the dragon.
After the dragon, they kill bot turret.
That's before Dragon.
You go bot, but you take one wave. Okay. They're in base. They come out. They're taking one wave. Now.
No, because we're running a dragon. I don't even
Okay.
think I have that much.
But you don't even go to dragon.
Yeah, because I'm like Sam's trying to. Sam asked me to go for the Samara. I'm like zoning him off.
Kind of fine, but then you go back mid.
Yeah, because I can kill when I kill the unit. Right?
It's okay. You don't kill the unit.
I do.
They kill the entire team, and then you go back to mid and fight the unit.
I think I kill him.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, it's separate. Yeah, and then like they step up too
arrow.
far in the back line, we kill them. Or they step up too far in the mid. Or Sam does.
Alright.
No, I'm good.
So.
Okay, shut up.
Don't go bot. Make him go bot. Someone make Bo go bot eventually.
Okay, then I feel like they're just as much as at
This
fault.
is-
They're going bot.
This is definitely like not what I want. I want you in bot lane. I want them pressuring the turret with double range. They just destroy that Yone way faster
Yeah, it's
than
much
you.
better. Yeah.
Way better than you. And that's kind of specific to the game. If it's like a Zoe, then maybe they won't destroy it so quite so easily.
No,
but,
yeah,
but the
I
Yone
mean,
is terrible.
I wanted to take the tower. Sam didn't want to help, but that's fine.
Yeah, that was taking a camp.
Sam is supposed to be counter jungling
Yeah.
for like a 200 gold swing for every camp.
That makes sense.
They are supposed to be lining their pockets with that mid lane gold, and you are supposed to be poor and CCing people when Sam is nearby, so that you can kill them and become 14-0, and then 3v1 in the mid lane, which is not good, but
It was good.
hard.
I win it. I told
Even
you-
without Jax?
Even without, it wasn't even close.
Fine, I
It
believe
wasn't
you.
even close. You see my one auto?
I know, it was close for a
You
second.
said it wasn't close. Jax jumped in and I auto one thing. He immediately healed the full health.
This is terrible.
It wasn't close.
What are you doing? Your Ash is back here. What are you doing? Why are you even trying to push the wave?
Why not let it
Getting solo X.
You don't want solo XP. You want to not die. You can't push solo against two. And a good team will punish you even worse because like Amumu walked in like he was gonna go in and then he ran back into his minions and then Samir goes in solo and then they wait for the Ash to get here, but you could have been dead like a lot sooner. And like you can't ever die. Like, what are you gonna do here?
Die.
Yeah, you're just gonna die. You can't die. You're Sivir. You don't all in into the wave. You don't fight without your partner. You don't really fight at all. You're not an all in champ.
Such a smart.
Yeah, just let it come
Sit
in.
back, farm.
When your
Sit
ass
back,
comes,
yeah.
push the wave, wait for this guy to say it's time, and then you push ult, you run down, and you kill two, you push the wave, you get a play, you reset, like that's the game plan. But that was not great. But just so you know, I don't know how long you stay, but Ash just bullies them after you die. I don't know what your cooldowns were, but you were just bullying them. This one, ouch. What do you think of Ash?
It's pretty good.
Was
I
it
mean, I
fun?
didn't play it outside. Yeah, it was fun.
Like,
I enjoyed it.
I never saw any hawk shots.
What?
I saw like
Those
two.
are true. I saw a couple.
But maybe I didn't hear them. Maybe I had my sound effects too low. Or were you
It's like
hawk shotting a lot?
yeah, I was, yeah.
Sam, do you see the hawk shots?
I never didn't know what a jungler was, so probably.
All right.
I don't know if I noticed.
So
specific-
when you hawk shot, you have to say hawk shot in the camp. Hawk shot and Grom. Hawk shot and Grom. And that gives everybody a chance. Like Ben's not gonna look for 4 seconds, but he'll look when he gets topside. Bo will look in the middle. Sam will look probably like alive or back and forth, but you gotta call it.
Okay.
Hawk shot and then you fire and everybody gets to know where people are on the map. That last arrow on the top side,
Disgusting.
disgusting.
It's like a 10-second stun. No one gets out of that.
That's right there. It's right there.
Oh, you got it, Ion?
Oh.
Yeah, it was there. It was back.
Yeah. No, it's here. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a video.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
I'm gonna get to see that.
Boom. All right, everybody gets the cooldown. Guess the Ash Arrow cooldown.
How about 30 seconds?
No, don't mouse. Can't mouse over. You're not in the game.
It's already like almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the raw cooldown is 44. It's 20 to lane. Look at when this thing's up. Like 20 seconds to get to lane. Right here, and it's half done.
I kind of like 15 seconds.
ADC's not even there yet. ADC gets there, but like, look at the frequency with which you can make plays. Like, you just killed their top laner. Their top laner respawned and hasn't made it back to lane, and you've got like 8 seconds. This was also really terrible. So let's talk about 131. A hawk shot. You cannot.
But I wasn't calling that. Yeah.
You cannot push mid lane deep without pressure in 3 or vision. So let's see what we see here. We see Lilia right there. So we know Lilia's on top side. Why aren't you using your spells?
I think I do. 50 seconds.
Like, she just clears and moves. You cannot challenge this tier 2 unless Nock is here.
And I'm like backing. I have like 3,000 gold right now.
Like, there's no way. You know Lilia's on the top side. How's your top side vision? None.
2,000.
Yeah, I do about 4.
I remember the situation.
How are you here?
2,000. Look exactly.
Ash is feeling nervous for you. Ash is back like 1,500 units. Call him back.
I should have said something.
Call him back. Don't let him go, because one day we're going to be against the 3rd or 2nd best team in the state, and 1 kill is going to make a huge difference. But look at Lilia's pathing. Of course, she came in behind. We got Fiora collapsing from the bottom. You're like dead.
They're his first, right?
Yeah. We're second right now.
Very bad.
No, we lost in this.
We're 23 to 5, so it doesn't matter in terms of the game. But one day it will. You're not always going to be up a million gold. Yeah, I know. So,
Not like.
Ash Arrow, it's got to be cast all the time.
This is like
So let's see. You cast it in depth,
talking about
and it's up 1830.
But I don't know where I would
Don't wanna know 'cause
have cast it.
Let's
No
just see
one
when you use
testing
it.
anymore.
1830 to 19. So it's 1 minute of.
It's like-
So like you could have cast it when you spawned, and it would have been up before you use it.
But where would I have put it? Is what I'm asking.
I don't know. Let's look. You just gotta find a window, right? So you spawn here. It's not great. You don't really want to throw mid. Here's fine. So you could throw. I mean, I think this is fine, which is probably pretty close to when you throw it.
Yeah, it's this.
But like taking a look at this is okay.
So like they said they lost. They said they lost to someone. I guess it's not in yet.
That's who we lost to in the. I shot it to him.
Yeah, he lost to Freedom. And this Smurf, this guy. So like I'm trying to figure out who they lost to. Because he said that they like got crushed. But I don't think it was
Just go to the game. Let's show more. Week 3.
Oh.
Those guys are.
The guy used to sit center.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
They said it was a 2 diamond.
Takusbi's a smart
Is it not
Something
sure?
weird about that guy. Yeah, he's a smart.
No, that's possible.
They kind of all are figures.
They should be. I'm in terms of the coach.
That's not fair.
These are these look like 4 Smurf
Crown Guard is a
I
multi-season.
promise.
Oh, it is low level though.
60% with it, 60% with it. This one's kind of low.
Who is that guy?
Maybe it's not me. Low, who's a Smurf?
He's a guy. He looks. His coach is a touch. They're all really low level.
This is a Smurf.
Oh.
We have 4 Smurf guys. said that there were 2 diamond teams.
Sam, if this is the